everybody. Thanks for being here. Oh, we got to have the soundboard up. All right, here we go. Volume is all set. We got recording confirmed. And it begins in 3, 2, 1.
It is not beyond the scope of possibility that we could have in fact been created and deposited here on Earth so that we could propagate our species. And if that is so, then we could in fact be direct descendants of space aliens. Space aliens.
Just simply ask stupid questions.
The Morning Stream. Tear out bad wood, put in good wood.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for Monday, August 26th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson, and that is Brian Nibbit.
Hello, Scott.
Hello.
And happy Monday. Happy welcome to another week.
Yeah, man. It's a, fresh start. Everybody gets to figure out a way to take a hold of their week and grab it, wrestle it to the ground, make it do what it wants,
That's right. That's right.
I wish everyone luck in that regard. My wife got up at like 5 a.m. and just started I hear the shower kick on. I hear the dishes moving. I hear all this stuff going on. And I'm like, what is she doing? Why 5 a.m.? And she says, I was just laying there awake and may as well get productive and do something with my day. And I said, all right.
She is better than me because at that point, I had been up for 2 hours. I had watched the finale of House of the Dragon or House of Dragons. Yeah. I had watched the most recent episode of Big Brother and started catching up on the new season of Solar Opposites. So good for her for actually doing something productive with her time.
Yeah, I would do like you. I'd just wake up and, watch something.
Pop on the iPad and say, let's see if I can fall back asleep.
Sure. Nope. Yeah. And I assume you headphone that stuff so that Tina doesn't.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got to do that.
Yeah, that would solve that. It would be a problem that would solve itself really quickly. If I listened to that while Tina's trying to sleep, I would very shortly not have to worry about waking Tina up.
Yeah,
she would not be in the house with me.
She'd be like, Brian, that couch is very comfortable, and you'll be on it tonight. That's what she'd say.
That's right, exactly.
Well, it's good to be here, everybody. Glad you're all well. We have a show to do. We got a lot to talk about. I would like to start things today talking about Kona Grill. Have you ever been to Kona Grill?
I have been to Kona Grill. Yeah, we get those here. Those are good.
Do you ever do the power lunch, I think they call it?
No, I won't see what that is. What is the Kona Grill power lunch?
Some smoke in the air making me cough. For some reason, we're getting blow over from somebody. We're not on fire, but somebody is. I don't know who it is. Anyway, so Kona Grill has this power lunch thing between a certain time and a certain time. They have happy hours and all that. And it's a good thing because the place is kind of expensive for what it is. It's all right, but the food's good. I think, it's fine. The food's fine.
This is like a once every quarter kind of place I would go to.
Yeah, it's just a little
that I go to or would go to if it was closer. It's in Cherry Creek, so it's more like a once every year kind of thing for me.
We'd been twice, I think, and the first time was with Kim's brother and his wife, and he paid, so I didn't really know what we got or how much it cost. So going in the other day, I was like, oh, this menu's expensive. And the lady goes, well, do you know about our Kona Power Lunch? And I said, well, no, let's talk about that. She says, for like $19, you get this full thing, which includes like a starter and then your main thing and then a salad or something. And then I forgot what else, like a brownie dessert at the end.
So, you got the brownie to go is their only option for dessert. Yeah. Can you do any three things or do you have to do a starter, a main, and a dessert is what I want to know. Could I do two starters, get like a salad and a soup, and then like a California roll for my main or something like that?
I didn't ask, but I possibly. The problem that you would have had with us is the lady who was helping us was being trained. No problem. I don't mind that. She's like, and she even let us know. She goes, just so you know, I'm being trained, so I'm new here, and just letting you know. And we said, oh, no problem. That sounds great. And she goes, so apologies in advance. I'm like, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Well, it turns out she was smarter than the dude who'd been there for a long time that was supposedly training her. So they were very confused. She came over. She says, how about the power lunch? We talked about it for a minute. I said, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. So I got their burger thing, Kim got, I don't remember what all.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken, I think the chicken spicy something, whatever it was.
Yeah, the fried chicken sandwich. Or,
yeah. I think that was it.
That
It was good. It was really good. I had part of it. It was really good. So so that's what we ordered. They bring out the salads first. It's some kind of like summery.
Looks like, or at least this one is Asian salad, Napa and red cabbage, green onions, bell peppers, cilantro, carrots, almond ramen crunch, and sweet soy dressing.
Yeah. The almond crunch concerned me a little because basically it's just crumbled up ramen cakes, And that's fine.
Really?
I just picture like a bucket of like the Muchin brand or whatever it is that everybody buys.
Yeah.
And that's what they look like, little cubes of that. And I just kind of thought.
Sure. And they just take their shoes off and stomp in it like somebody's stomping grapes to make wine.
Yeah.
That's how they crumble up the ramen before they put it on your salad.
Yeah. They have clean feet, so I'll give them that. But anyway, so they bring them out and they're fine. We get done with these salads and this dude who's training her comes over and goes, "All right, did we leave any room for dessert?" And I go, "I don't think we're done yet." I go, these are just the salads. We got the power lunch thing. They
hadn't brought the mains yet.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, okay, right. You're just on the salad. Okay, no problem. And so he leaves. They bring out the mains. We're eating those. We finish those. Now, this guy has now been informed that this is the power lunch. That's what we're doing.
Sure, yeah.
He comes back as we're getting close to being done with this portion of things before the little bucket with they brought him out in like little soup bowls, the brownie to go. Fits right in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Kind of weird.
Interesting.
A little bit
That
weird.
is weird. Sure.
But they didn't bring him out yet, so we were just finishing, the main course, if you want to call it that, the sandwiches and stuff. And he comes out and goes, "All right, now, have we left any room for dessert?" And I went, "I think we just left room for that brownie that's on the power lunch menu." Like, I'm confused that he goes, "Oh,
like
right,
he's
you
ready
got
to
the
bring
power
out
lunch."
a dessert menu. Like he is on autopilot, right? Like he's
Yeah, and there were only like 3 people in there, and it's in that section anyway. So it's not like it was crazy or anything, and it's fine. We're not like giving him crap or anything, but it was just so weird that he kept doing it. And I half expected after they brought the brownies in the little cups, I thought, all right, any minute now he's going to come back here and go, "All right, did we leave room for dessert?" Like he was on like a robot, like an android.
Yeah,
it was busted. Somebody reboot this guy.
He had his functions that he was going to execute in order, and nothing was going to steer him away from that.
Yeah.
Chris Brown took me and Tina out to dinner on Friday night at a brand new Indian place that just opened up in Arvada.
Oh, nice. I love good Indian food.
Really cool place called the Spice Room. Ooh. And they had great vindaloo, great chicken tikka masala we had. And then we had, what was the third thing? Oh, yeah, some saag paneer. And then Chris Brown said, "By the way, it's Brian's birthday," even though it was like, 24 days ago.
Sure.
And they brought me out a dosa, like a crispier crepe, drizzled with some sort of like cinnamon kind of spice and a little drizzle of chocolate on top, and that was really, really good.
That
like
sounds fantastic. Yeah. Do they have those? What are those little potato pocket things called? What are those called? They're like.
Samosa? No, not samosas.
It's like that though, and they kind of have like a what's the flavor I'm thinking of? Like gingery kind of flavor. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're called. I always like those though. Big fan.
Cora, says Amy, maybe?
That might be it. Yeah, we have a place called Himalayan Kitchen. We get those there. It's very good.
Nice.
I love an Indian place, man. That's great. Now, and it's near you, so if you ever need to, you get your curry on, you can go over there.
I mean, we've got 4 near us, but this one is, I think, the best of the 4. And it used to be a Gunther Tooties, so I was kind of expecting at some point during the meal they would start playing Bollywood music, and all the employees would jump up on the table and do a the dance like the end of Slumdog Millionaire or something. But they didn't do it. It's a little bummed that they didn't do that. But,
never heard of a Gunther Tooties. Is that a chain?
Oh, have you not? It's Gunther Tooties when it was around, and there might still be some around. They are a diner that's supposed to look like.
It's an amazing name, by the way.
Yeah, it's a diner that's supposed to look like a old 1950s diner, right? With like the plates with the blue stripe around them, the blue plate specials, and they play oldies music in there, and then every once in a while they play a song in like all the servers and hosts and stuff have to do like the hippie shake or the hand jive or something like that. But it's your typical, like, greasy spoon without it being greasy.
Got it.
Like really, really good.
They're trying to match the era, but not the health violations.
Right, exactly. Still get an A from the health department, but capture everything else about the the experience. I guess, I'm looking at this. Gunther Tooties is Colorado. That's amazing because there's like 7 locations around the city. So I always assumed that it was just like an all over the place kind of thing. But
they're still around though. They didn't close, just that location.
Still around. This location closed, or moved, or something. Like there's 2 down in Colorado Springs, 1 up in North Glen, 1 in Thornton. Kind of surprised because it was always busy when we were in there, and but
it's like
an improvement. A definite improvement with the Indian place.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's like this, right around the pandemic, we lost, not Chubby's, what's it called? What's the Potbelly's sandwich place by us.
Oh, really? Oh, no, really?
And we loved that place. It was awesome, but the pandemic killed that location. But they've got a whole bunch of others that are thriving. So it irritates the hell out of me that the one that was like within driving distance, I can't go there anymore. Because I love their sandwiches. Oh.
That's a bummer. Yeah, there's one. There hasn't been one close to the house, but there is one about 15 minutes away, which is just far enough that it's like, I'll just go to what's it called, Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's or something like that. Those are both a lot closer, even though I like Potbelly's a little bit better, especially their Italian. Damn.
Oh, it's all good. The one where they just dump. Well, whatever. I get mushrooms on everything, but they have one where it's just mushroom heaven, and I could just eat that right now, dude.
Nice.
But the right cheese on there, freaking so good, so good. All right, nice. We were talking about Star Search not long ago.
Yeah.
Star Search is easy to make fun of, right? Because it's like this weird thing happens in the '80s. Ed McMahon is just weird. Like
it felt like the most processed, like if there was an equivalent to the processed cheese that you get at Costco, a television equivalent, it was Star Search.
Yeah, that's what it
felt so manufactured, and
that's what it felt like. Well, it turns out we were wrong. That it was a more impactful thing than we think. At least that's according to Magenta, who wrote in and said, "Hey, stars and bars. I'm a lurker who's been listening for years, but I'm never able to listen live or participate in the community. Maybe after I retire," he says. "I am a few weeks behind, but you discussed the TV show Star Search and which stars come out of it. I put together a list of some of the bigger names that have appeared on the show, although most didn't even make the finals, which is pretty funny. I'm sure there are more, but I found this lineup pretty impressive. So check this out. In the music department, we got Sawyer Brown, Sam Harris, Shanice, Leanne Rhymes, Tiffany, Aaliyah. I don't ever knew how to say that.
Pick yourself up and try again, Scott.
Yeah. Pitbull, Alanis Morissette. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, I thought she got her start on You Can't Do That on Television, but I guess it was Star Search. Wow.
According to this, Usher, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Billie Dean, Backstreet Boys, Justin Timberlake as Justin Randall. So that's pretty cool.
Wow. I would have, again, all 3 of those, Britney, Christina, and Justin, I again thought Mickey Mouse Club first and not Star Search. Huh.
Destiny's Child with Beyonce as Girls Time was the name of the band.
Wow.
Yeah. In comedy, Brad Garrett, Jenny Jones, Dave Chappelle, of all people. Jeez.
Wow. Jeez.
Adam Sandler, Conan O'Brien, Dennis Miller, Dana Gould. I'll skip down a little bit. Drew Carey, Steve Odenkirk. Good Lord. Kevin James, Rosie O'Donnell, Norm Macdonald got started there. Norm effing Macdonald.
Wow.
Martin Lawrence.
Steve, I mean, he doesn't mean Bob Odenkirk, right? Steve Odenkirk. I don't know who
Steve
that
Odenkirk is you know the guy who does is it the karate, the goofy karate movie? Is that who I'm thinking of? Hold on.
I'm taking a look as well. Probably, because that sounds like something I don't know. So yeah, Kung Pao. There you go.
Kung Pao, that's it. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, Thumb Wars. He was the guy behind the Star Wars parody with the thumbs.
That's right. Okay. That's right. Yeah, he did
Thumb Nation. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
Frank and Thumb and Bat Thumb and all those.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I mean, the point is, wow, right? Like,
yeah, that's an incredible list. I'm kind of amazed that that these people started there, when I thought that a lot of them had started, like I said, on either Canadian, you can't do that on television, or Disney, Mickey Mouse Club, or whatever.
Hey, 90s kids. Mark Summers was on there first. I don't know what he did, but he's on this list. Also, Sharon Stone is on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she sat.
What was her? I wonder what her talent was that she did on Star Search.
She sat in a chair, and Newman watched her uncross her legs.
Yeah, she just sat in a chair in a short white dress, and
and the rest is history. I like that it has a sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sound of Sharon Stone shifting her weight. Brian, you got up to some wacky business over the weekend.
I did, yeah. So first was a really quick Lyft story. I drove a woman to a car dealership to pick up her truck that was being serviced, and along the way she told me about how she's going to be glad to get her truck back, but her daughter, who's 15 and just got her permit, is even going to be happier because she's really eager and antsy to get some hours in learning how to drive.
Right.
And the more we talked, and her mom was like, yeah, she's got a little bit of a lead foot. And then we started talking about, she was talking about how her daughter also wants to, she wants to trailer the horse, but she's not ready for that. And I'm guessing obviously that means you're backing the trailer up to where the horse is at so you can load them onto the trailer. And I said, yeah, you need to have her like trailer a parking space or something first, just to see if she can get it between the white lines before you involve a living creature.
Yeah. And
we talked about the horse, and she says, oh yeah, we actually right up the street from where I live, she says, we do this thing called Gymkhana. And I'm like, wasn't that a Van Damme movie? And she didn't get that joke.
She didn't get it?
But,
oh, man.
She didn't get it.
Bummer.
She didn't get it. But Gymkhana apparently is like a horse gymnastics and speed course kind of stuff, like a bunch of obstacle courses and barrels that they have to run around and go really, really fast. And she says, yeah, my daughter is really, really into it, and she's really good at it. And without thinking, Scott, we often speak sometimes, you and I, without thinking, and say the first thing that comes to mind. And I said, wow, sounds to me like your daughter's hooked on speed.
What'd she say? Did she get it?
We both started laughing. I said, let me rephrase that. I think your daughter likes to go fast.
There you go. That's the perfect way to do that. That's a good follow-up. It's like, let me say that again. Now everyone's in on the joke. Everybody gets it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no one feels bad.
It was immediate. It was immediate as I was saying it that I was like, let me rephrase that.
So Kurt
Thomas was Gymkhana, not Van Damme. I don't know why I associate Gymkhana with Van Damme.
Oh, I do too, so I don't feel bad. Who's Kurt? I don't even know who Kurt Thomas is.
I don't know who Kurt Thomas is either.
Never even heard of that.
Thank you, Dr. Calhoun.
So the equestrian Gymkhana thing, is that's not what they do in the Olympics, is it? It's something else, right? It's equestrian. I know that, and it's like a.
I don't know. I have never, even in this last go round, I don't know what they do for equestrian. If it's dressage, or it is dressage, Dr. Calhoun. So it's more like the less about speed and more about the accuracy of navigating your horse around like a course. And
okay.
Tina's mom apparently used to do dressage.
Let's see. A collection of timed speed events. Gymkhana is a collection of timed speed events as barrel racing, pole bending, keyhole race, keg race, also known as the down and back, and flag racing.
Yeah, that's the speed one.
Or ride a bunk. What does that mean?
Ride a bunk.
Oh, you can also do, this sounds like a rodeo. Sometimes they have a goat tying event that is included where the rider will ride up to a goat tied to a stake, jump off, and hog tie the goat.
Yeah. Great.
That sounds very rodeo.
Very rodeo. Very National Western Stock Show, which we get every year in January.
Like fancy rodeo is what this is.
Fancy rodeo. Maybe they should start doing that for Olympics instead of this hoity-toity dressage stuff.
Yeah, good point. Oh, this reminds me. Sorry, rodeo brought me somewhere else that I have to say because it was you that I was talking to about this. One of the tracks on the new Post Malone album, F1000 or F1 Million or whatever it is,
yes,
has Dolly Parton on it. It's a collab with Dolly Parton, and it's good. Okay. It's a nice little song, but she kind of ends it in the way that you told me her last album ends.
Oh, does she really? With like a, and that's why I had my teeth pulled or whatever. Like she'll
A little
end the
bit.
song with some
a little bit. It's like she ends it with a lyric and in that weird
or a
way.
whisper or something. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Dolly, why do you have to? Why are you falling into this? This trap. Yeah, so far the only thing I've heard from that album is Pour Me a Drink, which is
Pour me and drink.
if you plugged create country song into an AI song generator, it feels like it. But I do love the Post Malone touch that he kind of adds to it, especially with his vocals.
The one he does with see, that one's with oh shit, they're all collaborations, it feels like, but one of them he does with that Morgan Wallen dude, and I forgot what it was. Something about how it's half your fault I got where I'm at, or something. I forget the.
Oh, really?
I forget the name of the thing.
Just as you were saying it, Mason Gregory in the chat says, "Yeah, I hate that Morgan Wallen song."
Really, I like that song, and it's all right. They call him Morgan Wallet. Nice. That one's a good one, and also Morgan Wallen on his own is real good. I like that dude. The guy's got.
I'll have to give it a listen.
Yeah,
I'm not a. I like some country, but it takes a lot to get me, and it takes something unique and fresh to get me to like country music, and it can't sound samey with other country songs, no matter who the vocalist is on it.
Well, this album is country as
Post
hell.
Malone and his super quick vibrato stuff that he does.
It is very country. I'll tell you. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I like it. The whole thing is pretty thick with it. So,
oof.
Your mileage may vary. There is a couple of songs on there though that don't feel so much that way. That's just like a weird.
Okay, all right.
Touch.
I'll give it a listen and see what I think. Listen, I like what's his face, Sturgill Simpson, and that guy bounces around between all sorts of different kinds of country music and rock country, and then more traditional kind of bluegrass for one album. Like he's all over the place, which I really really like.
Yeah, love that guy.
Also had the Alamo Drafthouse arcade thing this weekend, Scott.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
And you remember we were looking at the lineup, and it was going to be NES World Championships, and then I think Donkey Kong Country 3, and then some mysterious third game and stuff like that. So me and Burgess Diesel in the chat room, Wes, and 3-4 other players, and there were 5 of us total. They had room for 16, and it turned out to be just 5 of us. It became very clear almost immediately that the wonderful woman who was putting this thing together had never done it before, and maybe had not even used a Nintendo Switch before, because first thing we're watching her trying to get the screens to show the games we're going to be playing, and she's like going through and like, I don't know how to get out of this, and having to back all the way out to the home screen and close the software to choose a different game in the NES thing. They didn't have the NES World Championship. They did not spend the $30 to download that game. Oh. They had the I think it's part of the Switch, whatever their monthly get
Switch
a few
on.
things
it's
free.
just Switch Online, I think they call it.
Switch Online, yeah. Where you get the NES classics and the Super Nintendo classics and stuff. So first thing she had us do is play Super Mario World, and basically a race in level 2-1 to get the mushroom. Who could get the mushroom the fastest? And so it was basically the 5 of us each took a turn going through the level to try and get a mushroom first. And Wes and I think were the fastest on that one. I think I was the fastest. And so she put me at seed 1 and then ranked everybody else all the way down to seed 5.
Yeah.
Then she had us play, and Burgess, you're in the chat room, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. Then she had us play Mario Tennis. Oh, no, it was Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country was next. Oh, yeah. So Donkey Kong Country 3, which I don't think I'd ever played before. And she's like, all right, well, it's going to be who can, initially she said it was going to be like, who can get the highest score? And we're like, well, there's no real score on there. There are bananas. There's a fixed number of bananas in the level. She's like, yeah, okay, who can get the most bananas? In level 1-1. Okay. And it's a fixed number of bananas. So if everybody, plays one like you're supposed to. Technically, you should all get the same amount of bananas. And so the first 2 or 3 guys go, and one of them doesn't realize there's bananas underwater, so he kind of zips past that. And then the next guy misses a bunch of bananas at the beginning, and it's almost like he's trying to speed run it and gets to the end. And then Wes goes, and Wes knows, gets the bananas underwater and gets the bananas up above the rope and gets to the end with 81 bananas. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess all I can do is tie. And so I'm just going through bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm trying to figure out how to do the, like having Donkey and Daisy Kong or whatever the ponytail
Dixie, I think.
Dixie Kong things. Have them do a thing where he propels her up in the air so that she can get a bunch of bananas on top of a shed or something. Could not figure out how to get there. So I'm like, all right, well, it looks like I'm just going to tie. And as I'm jumping off the top of another shed, I miss one banana, and I am jumping. There's no way I can get back up on that shed.
Oh, man.
So 80 bananas to Wes's 81. So he took number 1 on that one.
Nice.
Then they had us play Mario Tennis NES, which I had never played before. I have no idea how to play this damn game, and I'm like swinging, my racket and stuff. Wes is like a freaking natural, so he cleans house with that thing. And then the other 2 guys, 2 of them had played that one regularly. But it was almost like she was making these games up on the fly. Like she was saying, play Mario, let's play tennis. Like, okay, all right, sure, great.
Doesn't sound like they really planned it out very much. Sounds like they kind of wung it,
Yes. Well, the last one for sure. So we're going into the end, and I was still in first place somehow, and Wes was right under me, and then the other 3 guys. And it came down to back to Super Mario World level, I think it was 2-1 again. And it was who could die the fastest. Or I'm sorry, who could die the most in 3 minutes.
Oh,
so
okay.
You start out with 99 lives, and it's how many of those lives can you use up in 3 minutes.
Right.
Well, it becomes a little repetitive because you start out and you've got your cape and you flip around and you have to die and then you have to hit something else and then you die and then you start over again.
Right.
And then pretty much from that level on, or from that point on, it is hold down the speed button, run to the right, and run into the first guy, little flying cape guy that flies towards you, over and over and over again. And
wow.
After a minute of this, she's like, maybe we'll just do 2 minutes. Who can die the most in 2 minutes?
Clearly she hadn't thought that one out.
She had not thought this one through. And so we finally get to, I died 11 times, and then it's Wes's time to go. And we're watching, it's like he kind of foibles the first one with the cape and jumps over the guy and doesn't lose his cape to go down to regular Micro Mario size. But then somehow pulls it out in the end to where the last, minute and 45 seconds was him just going to the right, speed running, and just barely beat me by like the very last millisecond he got that last death. So Wes ended up taking first place. I ended up taking second place, and
nice.
The other 3 guys took third, fourth, and fifth.
So it sounds like you guys were beta testing this
it really feels like it. She said that they'd been doing it for a couple months there, but it was for her first time hosting it, and but they'd been doing it at the Austin locations for a while. And so Wes and I are both like, yeah, we'll go back and try it again when the next month when they do it, see if they have some better deals. Yeah, Wes ended up with 4 free movie tickets and a free $10 snack voucher, and I got 3 movie tickets and a snack voucher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So even though I've got the season pass, this means I can bring Tristan and Kay to a movie, or I think what we'll just do is just give them the 3 tickets so that they can go. Go and do it themselves.
Yeah, they don't need you there, right? They can just go.
They don't need us there. As a matter of fact, they'll probably have more fun. I'll have to spend less if they go on their own, because I won't end up buying their food and drink.
Right.
Is the way that works.
Yeah, as tradition goes. It's interesting. By the way, you shouldn't feel bad that you'd never played Dixie Kong Double Trouble or Donkey Kong Country 3. That game came out at the same year after the N64 launched. Like Mario 64 is out, Pilot Wing 64 is out. Mm-hmm. Like, that was such a late game SNES title. It's sold poorly. Hardly anyone played that one. And honestly, it might be the best of the three. It's a very good game.
Oh, really? Yeah. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. Those games were fun in general, but it had really good levels, and I thought her her abilities were better than Diddy Kong's in the first game, and it's just a good game. So if you ever get a chance to, pull up your Ambernick and play it, it's pretty good. It's not bad.
I think I will. I've got it. I've got it on the Switch SNES thing, classics too. But so we afterwards were like, so maybe if you do the dying thing was really fun. Yeah. Except it got super repetitive. And we said, how about you just make it so that you can't do the same level twice? So how quickly can you die going level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, etc., going through that and see if that makes it a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah. She should put you in charge of the whole damn thing. That's what I think.
She should. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Although she was having a blast hosting it. At one point, we had to guess how long she would live. What was the game that she played, Wes? Was it also Donkey Kong, or it was Super Mario World? Like she said, closest to how quickly I die. Oh, that's right. So when Wes and I were playing Who Can Die the Most, she had a thing for the other three people. Guess how long I'll survive in a regular level of Mario.
Oh.
And
wow.
And one guy said 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and she died in 30 seconds.
Oh, geez. But wait, there was no stakes with that, though. They were just guessing for funsies, or was that part
They were
of the
guessing
story?
for third place. There were third place prizes as well, so they were playing for third.
What did third get? They got one ticket and
I think one movie ticket, or maybe I think they probably got 2 movie tickets because you got to bring a friend. But anyway, a very interesting little setup they have there at the draft house.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you should go whenever they do it. It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And also, you probably get a bunch of free tickets because it seems like you're maybe going to dominate every time.
We'll see. I mean, I kind of surprised. I have no idea how I ended up winning because I lost every round of Stupid Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that didn't put me way behind the other three guys, or Wes and the other 3 guys who are all doing much better at tennis than I did.
The Super Nintendo Super Mario Brothers tennis game is much better. I forgot what it's called, but it's a lot easier.
I think that was the one we did. It was the Super.
Oh, was it the Super?
Oh no, maybe it was the NES tennis. Do you remember, Wes? Was it NES? Yeah, I know. I even lost to her, and neither of us had ever played it before, and somehow she lobbed a couple of my serves back to me, and I just ran past them on the damn court.
He thinks it was SNES. Yeah, that's actually a really good tennis game, but I guess if you're coming to it fresh, it's probably
if you've never played the damn thing, it's
it's got a great. It's the same guys that did it's Camelot who did the golf game for that. I think that version.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really good. Super good game.
I remember seeing the Camelot stuff at the beginning of some of the games.
Yep.
Some games I like.
When they started adding voices, you could hear every time they would say their logo, Wario would go, Camelot!
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can never get that out of my head. Anyway, well, that's great. Good weekend all around, everybody. Mine was swamped and crazy and insane, and I played a ton of World of Warcraft on Saturday. So I don't know how I got anything done, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But lots of family stuff. Got judged by my mother-in-law last night. It was great. Everything's great.
Oh, nice.
What a weekend.
We need to hear that story tomorrow. Judging by your mother-in-law.
Yeah, she's always doing that everywhere I go. Okay, we're going to add Dunaway to the call. We're going to have a little game. We're going to give some prizes. Play a little half-asses on a Monday. I should probably do this. Look who it is, everybody. It's your old pal, Brian Dunaway, bellying up to the bar. What's going on, man?
Belly up. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
How was your Monday?
Oh,
Oh, super good. Super good.
Yeah, pretty good so far. What's yours looking like? You got good prospects today?
Yeah, because getting to hang out with you guys. This is the highlight of my day right here.
Right here.
It was slowly ramping up. This is going to be awesome, and then downhill for the rest of the day.
Yep. The rest of your day will not look as good as now.
No.
Well, that's all right because we're going to play a game. We're going to give away some stuff, and Brian Ibbett is here to explain the whole damn thing. Brian, how's it work?
Sure. Welcome to the Morning Half-Asses, a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving you two the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers, 3 of which are correct, and 3, like all that practicing I did with NES World Championship, pretty much garbage, useless. Depending on how confident they feel with the category, they can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses, but if they get any of those guesses wrong, 0 points for that round. Get 1 right gets you a point, 2 right gets you 3 points, and 3 right gets you 5 points. We'll add up all the points after 3 rounds, and they will win a prize for their contestant. Contestants, you say? Yes, contestants, I say. Here are your contestants that you're going to be playing for. Scott, you're playing for Linda in Austin, Texas.
Nice.
And Castle Rock, Colorado.
Woo! Oh, wait.
Transplant.
She's a Which way, though? From Castle Rock to Austin? Is that the deal?
I don't know. The semicolon indicates maybe in that order. I'm going to say Austin, Texas, and now Castle Rock. Let's hope.
Okay. Maybe she left Castle Rock because the weird happenings, the Stephen King-like happenings were happening in Castle Rock. Even though it's the wrong Castle Rock,
Even though it's the wrong Castle Rock, there are plenty of weird things that happen in Castle Rock because of its proximity to Colorado Springs. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Brian, you're going to be playing for Mark Hensley in Spokane, Washington.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's where Ethan's at right now. He's up in Washington, not Spokane necessarily.
That's cool. Yeah.
All the way across the country. Love you, son.
Yeah. He likes it. Does he like
cool.
it there? Is it nice and rainy for him and all that stuff?
He hasn't told me that. He's on the West Coast time, so every morning when I get up, I usually like to send him a text message. How's it going and stuff? But then he's all the way up there. I'm like, oh, what time is it? Oh, I guess I better wait.
Yeah, it's like 4 a.m.
Better wait.
Yeah, we're doing that. Well, that's great. Congrats to him. All right. Well, I like my chances today, and I don't even know what the subject is, so let's go.
Well, let's get to it. Let's get to subject number 1. Once again, I'm going to give you category, 6 answers. 3 of these are right. Let's start with movies. This is right near and dear to both of your hearts. I think especially Brian Dunaway's. Which of these are movies that are over 3 hours long? Your choices are Dances with Wolves, The Deer Hunter, The Godfather, The Green Mile, Scarface, and Saving Private Ryan. 3 of those are longer than 3 hours. 3 of them are not.
All of them?
Which ones not just feel like they're over 3 hours, but actually are 3 hours?
Oh, man. I'm only confident in 2 of these, so I'm going to lock in.
That was me too, but I'm going 3.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are both locked in. Dances with Wolves. That is a whopping 3 hours and 1 minute, so just over the 3 hour limit.
Now I'm worried because that felt like that was like 4 hours. Thought that was solid in the 3 hour range. Okay.
Green Mile, 3 hours and 9 minutes. So Brian Dunaway, you chose that one.
Just watched that about a week ago.
Yeah, and that
3
one,
days to do it.
That one goes by at a pretty good clip. It feels like, even though it's that long, it feels like I'm not waiting around forever for it, though. It's a good movie.
Yeah. And one of you chose The Godfather, and one of you chose Scarface. I'm going to tell you right now, one of those is incorrect. Scarface, we just watched for Film
We just
Sack.
watched Scarface.
Do you remember how long?
3 hours.
Do you remember how long
I would have
Scarface
bitched
was,
if it had
Brian?
been 3 hours.
I felt like it was 3 or more, but
it was pretty damn close.
Oh, Brian just froze. Oh, we all froze. Is it me? Ah, shit.
Thing. I mean, like from the time he gets up in the morning until the time he goes to bed.
Till the time it goes out, hunts deer, comes back. It's 3 hours of playing Russian roulette with Christopher Walken is what it is. So yeah.
I lost connection for a sec, but now it's back.
Okay.
I switched.
Lost connection with the game?
No, with my internet.
Okay.
Still saying.
That's funny because Brian. Oh well, I guess that
I didn't miss you at all. Me and Ibbot was having a conversation.
No, I know you guys didn't go anywhere, but I did.
So see yourself clear.
Why? This is really weird. I wonder what happened. I can't get either ISP to result, but you guys are talking to me, so they must be working.
So this is working.
Yeah,
it's probably Twitch. Yeah, you're still on the morning half-asses too, so probably Twitch
or
YouTube or wherever you're at.
Yeah, YouTube. Hold on, let me just see if I can.
Dude,
figure this out. That's really weird. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a second. Like you're probably getting a nice little 300 resolution for a minute there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
as it buffers, as it gains its buffer. So how much where did we lose everybody? Did they hear the answers to all these?
I think you were about to say who won what, and it's showing.
No, Scott, I can't hear anymore. I
You
see
don't
his
hear me
mouth
at all?
moving, but I can't see him.
That's wonderful.
We can't hear you.
Okay, hold on.
I can't hear.
No, I know. Hold on. Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? No, nothing. I think Discord is farting out. Gosh dang it! Why now? Why? No, I know. Okay, Discord won't launch for me. We are holding. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. We're back. We're good. Okay, so where we were is you had just announced which ones were wrong or right, and then I didn't hear it. I see it now, but we didn't hear it.
See it? Yes. All right. So yeah, Green Mile, Dances with Wolves, and Deer Hunter were longer than 3 hours. Scarface, 2 hours 50 minutes. Saving Private Ryan, 2 hours 49 minutes, and Godfather, 2 hours 55 minutes. Still freaking long.
That's really long. Dunaway,
That's
how?
right. I made the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how come Godfather was what again? How long did you say?
255.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that may as well be. Yeah.
It's very close.
May as well
Very
be. I
close.
mean, those all feel like 3 hour movies.
Do these
And I feel like,
do these
you know,
count credits and stuff, or they just okay?
Yeah, they must. Yeah, full run time. Because Dances with Wolves, 3 hours and 1 minute. But if you're counting actual movie time, I mean, the opening studio logos alone has got to be more than a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, yeah. And how
feels
long
like
is
it.
the Dances with the Wolves part? I mean, when he
Yeah, they
dances
dance. They dance for at least an hour and a half. in that
Yeah.
film.
He's got that wolf. He's got his little
Yeah.
paws on his shoulders. It's
And then
very
you got,
cute.
right. The judges give that one a 9.3. It's very good dancing.
Yeah. And then the wolf says John Dunbar, and it's just the best.
John Dunbar. John Dunbar.
John
That's
Dunbar.
All right, let's get to question numero dos. We're going to this one 0-0. Let's see if you can do a little better on this one. Rappers whose real first name is Christopher. You've got the Notorious B.I.G., Exhibit, Ludacris, 50 Cent, Common, and Frank Ocean. Which of these rappers' real first name?
You couldn't help it, could you? The Franco. He's like, I
couldn't
gotta
help
say it.
I couldn't help
say
it. Rappers whose real first. Which of these rappers' real first names is Christopher? Or Chris, or any variation of that?
Chris.
I'll lock him at
Christopher.
2, but I'm not that confident. I don't feel that good about this.
You going
at
with
all.
2?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with lock it in.
Okay. Wow. Brian locked in with 1. Scott locked in with 2. By the way, Notorious B.I.G., Chris Wallace. His name is
thought it
Chris
was.
Wallace.
But I wasn't sure. Felt wrong.
Frank Ocean, real first name is Chris.
But
Not Chris Ocean. He took his name from Frank Sinatra, and Ocean's 11 is where Frank Ocean got his name. It's like really Lonnie, or not Lonnie, Chris, Chris Bro, I think it is.
Chris
Bro.
Yeah.
That's cool.
B-R-E-A-U.
Hey, man, bro.
Yeah, your answers, Scott, you said 50 Cent. His name is Curtis. Common's real name is Lonnie.
Oh, Curtis. Shit.
Curtis.
And Exhibit's real name is Alvin. So
Yeah.
0 points on this one. Ludacris. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 point for Brian on this one because he just said Ludacris. I know
That's
Ludacris
it.
is a Chris, and for
It's a
sure.
duh. It's a duh.
I thought it was too
Yeah.
obvious. I didn't like that Ludacris one. It was like, it's right there in the name. Can't possibly
Exactly.
be
It felt
Chris.
it felt like a dangling carrot, didn't it? Like
Yeah.
a trap.
Yeah,
It's a trap.
it's a.
All right. Brian going into
It's a
round
wrap.
3 with 1 point. It's a wrap. Very good. Round 3, Brian's got 1 point. Scott's got 0. Here's his chance to take the lead. Question number 3. We're going to geography. Geography. Which of these 6 Springfields in America are the most populous? So the 3 most populous Springfields in America: Springfield, Ohio; Springfield, Massachusetts; Springfield, Illinois; Springfield, Oregon; Springfield, Missouri; and Springfield, Tennessee. 3 of these are the most populous of those 6.
I'll choose.
Of those.
Of those
Six.
Springfields, I guess. Yeah.
I chose 3 because I have to be ballsy at this stage.
You have to take risks. There's no win without risk.
Yeah.
These all sound like the largest ones there. I'm going 2, maybe I could tie it and we could do some kind of weird tie thing.
Sure,
Would I still get a
sure.
tie? No, that wouldn't
No.
work. Would it? 2, 3?
No.
Yeah, it would. No, because
No.
you get 5. Oh,
yeah,
well.
you get 3 gets you 5 points. It's right there. I
Oh,
say that
well.
every damn week. But that's only if he gets
Wait,
it.
how do
Let's see
points
if he
work
gets
again?
it. Yeah. So this is interesting. You both chose Springfield, Illinois, which I'm sure is the most populous of all the Springfield, Illinois. Springfield, Massachusetts, also the most populous, one of the most populous Springfields. The third one is Springfield, Missouri. Scott taking it 5 points at the end there.
Look at that by 1 point.
Creeped right up your butt there, didn't I, buddy?
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it isn't. I didn't expect to win. I'll be honest.
Well, I was going to go Springfield, Ohio, so I wasn't going to get it either way. So it was fine that you took it.
100% a guess. I just went with the ones I most know in my head, and those were the 3.
Missouri.
Yeah, the rest of those.
Let's see. Actually, Springfield, Missouri, I think is the. I'm trying to find an actual list. Springfield, Missouri, and Springfield, Massachusetts were the world's most populous cities named Springfield. The world's most populous. So take that, Springfield, Belgium.
China. Right.
Yeah, Springfield, Japan.
Yeah.
Springfield, Massachusetts became nationally important in 1977 when George Washington founded the U.S. National Armory at Springfield. Illinois, Missouri, pioneering advances, blah, blah, blah. But anyway.
Nice.
There you go. Springfield, Illinois, the one-time home of Abraham Lincoln, is the only U.S. state capital with the name Springfield.
And where we keep all the guns, right? Is what you said?
That's right.
Guns are there?
Yep,
All right.
guns are there. Where's those guns, Tommy? So congratulations to Scott for this one. Well done. That means Linda in Austin, Texas, you're getting some games. You're getting Chained Echoes and Sifu, S-I-F-U. Sorry.
Both.
Hope I didn't offend somebody by saying that name.
It is actually Sifu, and it's really good, but hard. That game is hard.
It's a Sports Illustrated FU is what it stands for.
Yeah. It's a very difficult game. I don't know why, but it is.
But the good news is you're not going home empty-handed, Mark Hensley in Spokane, Washington. You're getting a copy of a game as well. You are getting High on Life. The game, High on Life. I don't know. Maybe you're getting High on Life as well. And if so, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. All right. They're telling me my internet's bad again.
For it.
So I'm switching back to the other ISP. We'll see how that goes. You know, we just can't do much else but switch around. You guys are still here, and that's good. So.
Yeah, you can't get rid of us that easy, Scott.
No, unless I always feel like there's like a straw. Like imagine the internet is a straw, and we're all in the middle of that straw. But if we suck it all the way out, and there's no other Coke behind it, are we right now talking in the final stretch of the straw?
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
That little delay, that 7-second delay of internet access.
Yeah, I just don't know.
The still talking that you get after your head is chopped off in a guillotine situation.
Oh yeah, one of those, and you're blinking your eyes and all that. Yeah,
it's like, this hurts.
I saw it. That's so funny you bring that up. I just watched a video on this the other day.
I just watched that episode of Seinfeld, Brian. It's amazing you brought that up.
Oh, I wish they had one like that. But no, it's this episode. It was something on YouTube, like a little mini documentary about the science of it and how long they think.
Really?
And how they first tried to test it. And it was a scientist who volunteered to have his head cut off. Or either that or he got arrested for something.
After death, right.
Well,
that's a commitment to science right there.
Well,
or did he just get his lid lifted?
No, what he did.
Head cutting off and lid lifting.
No, here's what he did. He did full guillotine, but he said to his people that were going to carry on the study, they said, you need to do the following. Count how long my eyes are still open, whether they blink or not, whether they move, whether my mouth tries to move, like all this kind of stuff. And they had to like document it. It's like the most macabre freaking medical experiment I've ever heard of. It's so weird.
No kidding. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
very, very weird. But anyway.
Well,
good job, everybody involved, especially Linda in Austin, Texas. You're the big winner of these two games, and we'll get these right out to you.
Scott.
Well, I got lucky.
Yeah, pulled it out of the end there with your knowledge on Springfield. I will never challenge you on Springfield again.
Yeah, don't even try. What are you even trying for, you insane person?
Exactly.
Brian Dunaway, you're going to have a great day. I just know it. And you should kiss our butts.
I'm going to kick your butt.
No,
Don't kick our butts.
Don't kick our butts. All right, chat, we're going to do a quick thing.
Show early anyway, so
yeah.
we're going to announce the song and say goodbye. And
the irony here is murder. All right. Well, isn't that ironic? We are done for the day. We're out of here. I didn't tell anyone this earlier, but I have a meeting right after the show, and because of that, I got to go. But also, Bobby's on a cruise. He's up in the freaking Alaska wilderness right now. He's not even here.
He's learning the science of glaciers right now, and calving, and watching those things crumble into the cold North Pacific waters.
That's right. And maybe he'll bring home some fish if he did one of those excursions. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, we didn't do it. It was expensive. It was like $300. I'm like, nah. Yeah.
No, not worth it. I can get fish at home. Won't be as fresh, but guess what? I can still get fish at home.
Yeah, I can kind of get fish wherever I need to get fish.
We have fish here.
Yeah. And while I was there, I had some great fish, so I'll do that.
Of course.
And then when I go home, I'll have regular fish. It's fine. Not $300 fish.
Alaskan cod.
Yeah, it's a little much.
There is a food truck here called On the Hook. I think they bounce around everywhere, but like a whole bunch of different states. On the Hook. I'm going to find it really quickly here. They do single line caught Alaskan cod. So not net, not like caught in a net with a bunch of them. It's like, nope, we catch one at a time and they're damn good. They bounce around. Let's see, what states do they go around?
Find your nearest truck. Let's see. We got to find that thing.
Choose your state. Utah. They come to Utah.
Sweet.
Arkansas, Colorado, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska.
I've seen this truck.
I'll bet you have.
This blue truck. Now I know this truck. That's crazy. So you're saying I should get it. I should try it.
You should 100% get it. Get on the notification list so that you get an email when they are coming to your town, and you get notified the day before so you can start salivating right away.
Oh, here it is. This Saturday, 8:31 in Sandy. I can go from 11 to 7.
There you go.
We're doing it. I'm writing this down.
Yeah, write it down. It's so freaking good. It's cod and big, thick, fat fries, and they have a sriracha chili sauce that they give you with the fries.
Sounds really good.
So good.
Yeah. Chat's like, it sounds expensive. Hey, food trucks, they're all expensive. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But you're supporting a small business as opposed to like a big chain. Nobody at Red Lobster is getting rich off of our On the Hook fish and chips. Okay.
No. In fact, they're in bankruptcy.
Oh, their clam chowder is it slaps as well. It's really good.
Might have to get that. It's cooling down here, so it's perfect weather for a little clam chowder.
Good weather for soups.
Is there sand in it though? Is it one of those?
No,
okay.
I got it last week and there was no sand in it.
Okay, good. Because those people out there in Boston or wherever you live, and you think that that's how it's supposed to be, that it's supposed to be sandy, you are so wrong about that.
Yeah,
wrong.
There's nothing authentic about sand in clam chowder. You can have perfectly authentic clam chowder without having any grit that breaks your teeth in it.
I would love to hear people try to defend it, because when I was specifically when we were in San Francisco on Fisherman's Wharf, we're going to have the clam chowder at this place that was famous for amazing clam chowder. We're like, sweet,
I know
do
the
it.
place too, right there in the Pike Market. I'm thinking of.
And everything else there was fantastic. They bring me this bowl and they said it's really authentic, and I'm like, sweet, I'll have the real stuff. Big spoonful, gritty, sandy ass mother effing. It was so gross. I couldn't do it.
I will allow 1 grain of sand in my clam chowder before I'm put off, before I'm a little ticked off about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's gonna happen. It's like what's a good example of this? Like getting a broken bone in your plate of wings. It'll happen.
Right. Right. You're not going to get a steak without a little knobby piece of gristle once in a while.
Gristle on, exactly. Yeah.
Right. But if it's mostly
like all gristle, and if every bone and every wing bone is broken, then no, I'm not in. I'm out. I'm out, Jerry.
I'll take 1 toenail per box of Lucky Charms.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is allowed to have 1 severed finger and no more than that.
Yeah. You put a whole hand in there, I'm out. I'm never buying your cereal again. Well, all right then. Quick note about tonight. The Monday show will happen. Carter is feeling much better.
Cool.
She's now
we're couching it.
2 weeks, basically. Since her surgery, and so that means that we'll be down here live on camera is the plan. So after a couple of weeks of rest, you'll get to see her triumphant return to the camera, and we will be doing a live version of the show tonight, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Check it out, frogpants.tv for details. Brian, I think that's it. We should play a song and get the F out. What do you got for us today?
Okay. Yeah, I've got a song, Warped Forge, local Colorado man right here. He said, I heard this one time in a Lincoln or Buick ad and I fell in love with it. Before this song, I thought of covers as songs sung by mediocre bands in bars. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. That before I re-educate them on what makes a great cover song. Warped Forge continues. After this song, I became a Coverville fan. Wow, awesome. This is a great one too. A great thing. Came out a couple of years ago. This is a band called Ruel and their cover of the Police song "Walking on the Moon."
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
You giblet head.
Yep.
Ooh, Galantino, been loving